Welcome back, everyone. We're here in the qualifying round, week 2 of the Myth World Cup 2012. We have Team Deer, and they're going to be facing off against, well, the Southern Parkian team. And I have to say, I don't know the identities of everyone on the Southern Parkian team, but I have to say my perception of them is probably, they're a little bit crass, they're a little bit crude. They're probably good players, but it'll be difficult to kind of see that if you base people. Yeah, somebody. It looks like there's a Buddhist on their team actually, or somebody trying to arouse their Shakti. Yeah, but anyway, enough about that. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Probably I'll get a ton of vociferic comments on my channel in just as soon as some people watch this. Looks like we have all the usual suspects here for the Southern Parkian: Chef Vicky, Eric Hartmanez, Butters, Man Bear Pig, and a Myth Idiot on this team as well. They're going to be the blue in the west, the orange in the east. The Deer team, led by Drunken, Jahral, Sight, Vasazel, Paladice, Sasper, and Switch. They're going to try to make something happen here. And, one of the interesting things about this map, one of the most interesting things, is all of the wildlife just everywhere. I mean, look at how many birds there are. You can't hardly go anywhere without running into them. There's deer, just deer and birds everywhere, and not much else. So look, look at that. There's a deer. So maybe this would be a fun hunting map. That would be interesting to see. Let's take a look at some of these trades. Now, is this the final trade? This is the final trade for the Southern Parkian squad. How unusual is it to see that? 3 journeymen, that's 18 points altogether there. They're going to rely heavily on heals, it looks like. A large number of thrall, not too many archers, 6 dwarfs, a few Stygian knights, and not a lot, only 6 goals. How unusual. I mean, in every game I've casted so far on this map, it's been close to maximum pus.
Game on.
So they're going to sink at least, well, no, they don't have to sink any whites at all. They're just going to take those large pieces. For the Deer squad, they're going, well, with only 2 journeymen. That's still pretty significant. And actually, their forces don't seem to be all that different, and that's the sound a white makes when it self-destructs. But obviously, like I mentioned earlier, if you taunt with a unit, that interrupts their attack. So sometimes we see that just kind of freaking people out, getting the adrenaline going for the game. Kind of an unusual sound, that is. Yeah, they're not going to be sinking any whites either. It's going to be just, and really, I'm kind of surprised at how similar these trades are. Dropping some satchels there in the water. And really, as a player with a dwarf, you don't want to be caught with your pants down, and lose your dwarf, have him spill out his satchels underneath your army, and then have that touched off by a fire arrow, a pus, or anything else, and just lose everything. So it's probably a wise thing to manually drop your satchels in a game such as this. It's not always the case. I covered earlier when it might be wise to hold on to them. Poor deer. See, I knew someone was gonna go hunting eventually. That would have been a nice throw, except that pus didn't go off when it was anticipated. some good control there by Chef, and Man Bear Pig comes to his aid. So it is captured the flag. Both teams will be kind of racing around trying to take each other's flag, but it looks like Deer's going to be playing a very strong defense, just waiting for the Southern Parkians to even try, and just sending out a flank and a scout unit here. This looks like there was a small skirmish and ended kind of with a draw there. Butters trying to chase down Jahra, but just wants to tag him with that warrior and see where he goes. So yeah, Vazazel, have to be careful there with your dwarf. Maybe wow! Look at all of these archers. Vazazel and Sight. Going to be controlling those and trying to repel the inevitable assault. Kind of an interesting trade here, interesting strategy. Chef anticipating the white, but I'm afraid there is nothing in the water. That those satchels there merely a ploy to think that there's a white in the water, get you to think that. Oh my gosh, what's going on? That was very strange. Man, Bear Pig, this Deer team is so boring, they just sit there and die. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say. But, you know, once again, that's kind of the Southern Parkian team as I understand it. Just, you know, they don't, they just speak their mind, you know, no matter how it sounds. They don't even think about what they're saying, I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't think about what I'm saying either, so, you know, whatever. Hey, and there's some underwater something going on, some thrall there. Paladice, one of the Stygians. Kind of a nice shot there. Wow, Paladice drawing those in and getting the nice shot. So let's see, it looks like there is the push coming in. Here we have Man Bear Pig pushing in with his thrall and archers. Wow, nice shot there by Man Bear Pig. And you know, the Southern Parkians are up 82 to 68%. But I have to say, Deer have been, you know, when they have chosen to engage, they have been playing, well, maybe I spoke too soon, you know. Looks like that was a pretty good puss, but I mean, you have to follow it up with something. You can't just puss and run away. There has to be something else coming in, unless it's a purely defensive puss. And I think they've been playing purely defensively for you know, after the first game, after they started losing, after that, they've been on the defensive. And ooh, wow, nice bounce there by Man Bear Pig, who is easily doing well. Lost that dwarf there, but he's been doing really well so far in this game. And wow, Sight coming back with the bounce. Coming right back with that bounce, taking out that dwarf. So 67 to 50%. I mean, every time I go to discount Deer, they come up with something amazing like that. You know, just pull it right out and make something amazing happen. And then they do something weird, like you know, not even really sure. But it looks like they are holding so far this position. I mean, they're doing a pretty okay job. 64 to 49%. There are a lot of archers here. Vicky Vicky does have a significant force, and
5 minutes
you know,
remaining.
Sight probably doesn't want to engage with those warriors just yet. Ah, Butter is with the sneaky dwarf there, sneaking in with his warriors and taking out Vazazel's archers. Wow, Sight didn't even see that happen. Butter's probably able to do that because his secondary color is very similar to the primary color of the Deer team. So really sneaky moves there by the Southern Parthians, 63-36%. Man Bear Pig once again sending in his thrall. He's going to try to push Deer off of the flag. Tries to retreat, but Sight is in a good position here. I'm really not sure what's going to happen. It's all up to the archers at this point. What are they going to be able to do? Archers and dwarves, and I think Deer's dwarf did finally go down. 62%, 27%. There's going to be an engagement here, and it doesn't look like it's going to go in Deer's favor. They are going to really wish they hadn't lost that dwarf. And Thrall are going to be fighting up here. Drunken has the unit on the flag. If he loses that journeyman, it's game over, and it looks like it is already game over as there is nothing left to support him. He walks off the flag
Captured.
and Southern Parthians will take that game. So far, Southern Parthians up 3-0 in this matchup. Kind of an exciting game there. I thought maybe Deer had a chance at defending, and they were doing fairly well, you know, forcing the Southern Parthian team to take the initiative, but in the end weren't able to match the Southern Parthians with and lost the flag. But you know, even until the end, doing a fairly good job, coming out with some good plays. So let's see, 66 damage by Sight, probably gonna be the top on his team. Drunken 13 kills to kind of take the lead in kills for his team there. And Man Bear Pig did a really good job. Did lose a lot of units, but kept the pressure on and just allowed his teammates to come in and inflict a lot of damage. Vicky doing really a massive job over here. 10 kills, 0 losses, and pushing 100 damage. That is quite significant. And I have to say, I think this is the third game of the series. Whoever named the films, I don't know if I mentioned this previously, but I'm just kind of guessing because this one was named something like RD1 at the end there. So we're gonna go on to RD4, I guess, and hopefully I got these right in the correct order. I'm just going in the order of the maps and just going down the line there. So game number 4 coming right up. It is the QR2 matchup between Deer and Southern Parthians.